Earlier this week, City Council passed Ordinance 2020-161, which authorizes a referendum for a half-cent sales tax that will help bring all of our public schools into the 21st century. I'm grateful for the leadership and collaboration from Dr. Diana Green, City Councilman Matt Carlucci, Councilman Tommy Hazzuri, and Councilwoman Brenda Priestley Jackson, and School Board Chair Warren Jones on this important effort. I'll sign that legislation this morning and look forward to fully supporting this referendum in the fall. But before I sign it, I want to give my colleagues an opportunity for a few brief comments on this issue. Dr. Diana Green.
Thank you, Mayor Curry. I would be remiss without stating a quote from Jesse Owens. He said, "We all have dreams, but in order to make dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort." And the Duval County School Board, we started this journey last year under the direction of former school board chairwoman Lori Hershey, and now at the signing today with Chairman Warren Jones. This referendum is about schools and students, and now it's about much more. It's now about the economy, and it's about future jobs and getting our community back to work. Up to the election, we will do everything we can to answer questions and educate the public so every voter can make an informed decision. If this referendum is approved, our Citizens Oversight Committee will maintain our transparency with the community. There really is a benefit for everyone: property values, jobs, and of course, better, safer schools for teachers and students. I'm thankful to the school board, the mayor, and the city council for coming together to give Jacksonville the choice and the chance to achieve a great outcome for our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Green. School Board Chair Warren Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you for your support of the district's bold plan. I also want to thank our dynamic, innovative, and creative superintendent, Dr. Diana Green, for proposing this bold plan. Thank Terry Brady, president of Duval Teachers United, parent organizations, school advisory councils, many stakeholders, and the thousands of residents who participated in the over 20 community meetings we held last year. We couldn't do it today, unfortunately. Also, thanks to our school board members who voted to support this bold plan. And finally, we got to realize that this is about children and improving the outcomes of our students. By providing a 21st learning environment, we have over 121 schools that are 50 years old or older. We know that, and we know that that environment is not the best for our students. We don't have impact fees, we don't have a sales tax, we don't have a millage increase, but with the passage of this today, I think the citizens are poised to improve not only our economy, but also the academic success of all of our students. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Carlucci.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I want to thank you on behalf of so many in your emergency operations team for your leadership through this terrible time in our community. And I just felt it was appropriate to thank you for that. But I really want to thank you for your strong leadership and support and quickly signing what I think is landmark legislation for the half-penny referendum into law. And I really appreciate being invited to participate in what I think is a historic day in Jacksonville's history. The foundation of great cities is having great schools. We all know that. And it's time for our students to learn and our teachers to teach in safe and secure learning environments, and to also learn and teach in 21st century schools. But I also want to say, in addition, that when the half penny becomes effective, it's going to create thousands of jobs in our community through the building and remodeling of our school facilities. But you know what I particularly like, Mayor, is I like the way that the city and the school system is partnering together now. And I've always said that Jacksonville moves best when we move together. And that's exactly what we're doing today. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you. Councilman Hazzuri.
Thank you, Mayor, and to all my colleagues and to absolutely to thank our first responders, the mayor's leadership during these past many weeks of this pandemic. But you know, during this time, good things still happen. And I think this is huge for our kids and our K-12 education system in Duval County at every level. I want to thank our public officials and our community leaders for never stop believing in our children. The magic, as I've always said, the magic is still in the classroom. Now's the time, now's the opportunity to give our children, our parents, our teachers, and staff a safe and healthy environment. Now's the time, I believe, for us to all stand and deliver on November 3rd. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Brenda Priestley Jackson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate your collaboration, Chairman Jones, members of the Duval County School Board, Dr. Green, and my city council colleagues, our Jacksonville neighbors, students, parents, and teachers, in advancing and supporting Ordinance 2020-161 for a voter referendum on November 3rd, 2020, levying a local option sales tax for school capital facilities. And so what's behind those numbers? We're talking about 130,000 students in Duval County, 118,000 in traditional public schools, and about 12,000 in charter public schools. What we are committing to do is to make certain that our schools maintain world-class public facilities, public schools, and high-quality education. That has been a long time in coming. I am grateful for the collaborative spirit that we have all brought to this at long last. And I truly believe that we are stronger together, and we will truly have a plan that addresses all of our young people's needs. Thank you again for including me, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. We're going to make it law. Thank you. Thank you all again for joining us on this call as we sign this legislation today.